morning, everybody. DGZ23 and Bulletproof Bubbles. Back at you again with some more ceramic coating action. Today, we're going to switch it up again and give you another dose of the Introduction to Ceramics package. For those of you who didn't see the first demonstration, this is going to bring a new option for everybody, a budget-friendly option. And this time, we're going to use my 1991 Nissan 300ZX for the demonstration. This package is really meant for a few different reasons. One is for those people who are not quite sure if ceramic is worth the investment, and for the ones that don't really know what the ceramic brings and what it provides. And this will be a short-term version of a ceramic, basically. It's a ceramic spray sealant. I apply it by hand just like the ceramic, but it's like the little brother to ceramic. It's a little bit of the properties, the ceramic properties inside of the product. That's why it's going to behave like a ceramic coating and look like one, and it's going to bead up the water and repel dirt just like a ceramic coating. But it will only last about 6 months, maybe a few more. I've had it last up to 8 months on my personal vehicle. So it'll give you a nice dose of ceramic without going all the way in. And this is a one-day type of thing, so pretty much over 8 hours I'll wash it, decontaminate it, and apply the protectant and also clean up your inside. And you'll leave looking like you just got a ceramic coating, and it'll work really good for you. You'll be surprised at what it does just with that little bit of time and applying that product. But to be honest, 6 months is actually a long time compared to everything else that's not ceramic. Everybody knows about wax. You may get a few washes, a few months with that, depending on how clean it is before you apply it and what type of wax it is. And then the synthetic stuff may last you 3 or 4 months, if that. But this right here is really stout, it's robust, and it will last you more time than you probably would ever expect for what it is. But back to the Z. The Z has a little history with ceramic coatings. It was actually the first thing I ever polished and coated before. I've come a long way since then with my skill level and my products. But, I think I still did a really good job on the Z back then. But it's been 2 years that little lightweight ceramic coating I was using was like an introduction type of ceramic. It was rated to last about 18 months. And it did probably that and more. I think everything as far as the ceramic properties, the beading, the sheeting, resisting the dirt and stuff, that's all stopped. But it seems to be that the actual film that it leaves is still on the surface to some degree, because after you've been keen to looking at it for so long, you can tell when it's there, and it still has a sleek touch to it. So I think it's fading away at the moment. But until I get time to polish it all off and do an even better job of polishing now that I have more skills, I want to do something to protect it until then, because it might be quite a few months before I'm able to spend 3 or 4 days just concentrating on the Z outside of my customers. So I think this will be the perfect little in between until then. So we're going to do everything today as far as detailing the inside, as you guys have already been enjoying that action, and then we'll give it a full foam bath, wash it by hand. We'll spray it down with some iron off to get any iron particles that may be in there. I don't really want to bring out a clay bar knowing that it's still a little bit of film on there, and I don't want to mar it up, and then I'll be forced to polish it to get rid of the marring. So after I spray it down with the iron off, I think that'll be clean enough on the surface to apply my Introduction to Ceramics product, which you guys will see all that in action, and you will see how it all comes out in the end. So just sit back and enjoy, and maybe you'll learn something along the way, and maybe you'll see that this is something beneficial to you. That's enough for tonight. We'll pick back up tomorrow. Alright guys, it's time to apply our ceramic spray sealant, and we're going to take a little note on how much is in the bottle and how much we use after. You will be surprised. And as you see, we didn't use very much at all. It usually only takes about 1.5 ounces or maybe less on a vehicle this size. The last coat is absolutely amazing. Just look at the way it shines. Alright guys, let's check out a little bit of the hydrophobic action and see what kind of protection this thing is really providing for us. I'm just going to simply rinse this thing off really good so I can display the hydrophobics, and I also want to show you guys about using a drying aid. Drying aids are very important when you want to use something to contact the surface as you dry it. It will provide some protection for you. They usually have lots of lubricants in it, so that way when you dry the vehicle, dirt won't be digging into the surface if there's something abrasive left there when you're drying. That's how people get the swirls and things like that. So let's just enjoy a little bit of this action, and then I'll show you guys the drying aid. As you guys see, it's beating and sheeting as it should. Now there's about 3 million beads covering this little car. Every inch of this car is protected now, and it looks very pleasing, I must say. Now let's talk about a drying aid. I really love to use this show car showroom shine. It's absolutely amazing. I just spray it lightly on every panel while it's still wet, and then I come back with my big gauntlet drying towel, and it seems to just soak up the water so easy after you spray this over it. You don't have to go over it 2 and 3 times to get it all up. It just seems to help it wick right into the towel, and it's very slick. You can just feel the lubricants as you dry it, so you're not really worried about putting any scratches or anything in it while you're drying. And it leaves a showroom shine just like the product says. You've already witnessed how good it looks before and after the coating. Now you're going to get to see how it looks after it's all dried up with the drying aid on top. It's going to give it a really nice warm glow. Can't forget to dry the wheels too. Alright guys, I want you to sit back and honestly see if you can tell the difference with the drying aid on the top. Well guys, as usual, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad you guys stayed tuned. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned something and got a little entertainment along the way. Like, share, and subscribe guys. Bulletproof Bubble signing out.